Okay, guys, here we go. Part 3 of My Tidy Mind. Grab your notebook, grab your map, whatever you need to do. You don't have the map yet, just go to angiejohnsey.com and put in your name and your email, and it will send you an email and you can download that map. Okay, here it is. We have made it up to the, let's see, we talked last about the mission room, which is always open to the outside, has so much fresh air always coming in, and that door is shut to DJ Judge, and DJ Judge does not like that. Now, here we go, the people room. This is where you go when DJ Judge is playing records about other people and their behaviors. So basically, DJ Judge is talking to you about, it could be about you or it could be about someone else. And I know for Valerie, it was taking her in there a lot to judge, to criticize, to tear down, to scare. Basically, it was creating so much fear around, well, what are they thinking? Is anybody gonna watch anymore? Is this, like all those things are super tormenting. And even though that's, what she was experiencing, where she is in life, like you have the same. You have different places where DJ Judge will try to scare you and say, oh, well, are you going to be accepted by this person or that person? Or are you going to be loved anymore? Are you going to be alone? Are you going to be so? Those scare tactics, I don't care where you are in life, celebrity, non-celebrity, doesn't matter. It's still tormenting to think that you may not receive some type of love and acceptance. And so DJ Judge is always trying to get that from outside. Always. Doesn't know how, doesn't know that it exists. And by outside, I don't mean outside your mental house, because that is the space of the heart. By outside, I mean in the eyes and faces of other people. It is looking for them to say, you're okay. It's looking for other people to confirm that you're okay by whether your actions and behaviors are good, if you've entertained them, such as Valerie, if you've given them what they need, such as me, if you've been a good mother, if you've been a good wife, if you've we all have this nature inside of us. It's to be good and to be pleasing. That is, most of our hearts. We want to please, and we also learn that as kids by watching the facial expressions of our parents. Oh, are they, if they're pleased with me, then I'm okay. I'm safe, I'm good. But if they're not pleased with me, then oh, I must not be okay. Okay, well, change the behavior so that we can get safe again, so that we can be okay, so that we can be accepted, so that we can get loved. And so that is how DJ Judge operates. Always looking for that in the eyes and the faces of other people, needing it from them, needing to know that we are okay from other people, instead of saying, that's not where you get it. You get it from outside in the unconditional, because when you're in the mental house, everything, remember, is so conditional. And so you have to get it in that place through the eyes of another person. You've got to meet the conditions, right? So, say with Valerie, she's got to meet the conditions, whatever the conditions are that, makes people happy, or makes people feel good, or makes people like her, or makes people want to follow her, or makes people, whatever that makes you relevant. Like those behaviors, that's a lot of pressure. There's not a whole lot of just relaxing and being yourself when DJ Judge is constantly telling you, oh, you better be doing this and you better be doing that, and because you're going to lose it, and who's going to want to follow you, and who's going to want to listen to what you have to say, and then who are you? So it gets really, really, it kind of threatens you with the loss of an identity and the loss of that feedback from other people that you are okay. And so there's always a condition, there's always a behavior. It's exhausting. There's so much energy to get that I'm okay from the world. It's exhausting. And you have your own world. Valerie has a much a bigger world that she's, concerned with, but you have your own world. You have maybe your boss, maybe your friends, maybe your husband, maybe your wife, maybe your children. Like you have your own judges panel out there that you're looking to, maybe your parents, maybe, whoever that it is, all these other people, because we're talking about the people room. We're looking to them. Are you okay with me? Am I okay? Like, is this acceptable? Will you love me? Will you be with me? Will you give me the attention? So it's exhausting when you're constantly looking for that and having to have the behaviors that get you that, okay, you're okay now. From whoever your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whoever you've made the judge of if you are okay or not. Which, when you stop to look at that, is really insane, because we've made other people the judge of whether we're okay or not, and we're doing all these behaviors, to get that acceptance. But other people also have a DJ judge. They also have a crazy voice in there that's unstable and can change, what they think in a matter of seconds. So, and it can tell them lies about you and say, oh, well, they think this and that and that. And so you should shut them out and you should ignore them. And if they're listening to their mind and you're looking to them for your I'm okay, and they then decide they're not going to give it to you because they're now listening to lies, what happens? Tremendous emotional suffering, right? So it's very unstable ground when you're looking for your I'm okay from other people. And that is a lot of what DJ Judge talks about in the people room. So the best place to find that, and you know what, I don't expect any of you to be able to do it right away because you're still listening to those records. It's still super strong, and we're gaining strength every time that you're coming here and you're listening and you're taking 30 minutes out of your day. I try to keep it to 30 minutes, but you're giving yourself that amount of time. You are gaining strength because you're gaining awareness of what is happening, and you are reducing your emotional suffering, which is also going to reduce your emotional eating. Because if there is nothing to numb, there is no pain to numb because you've stopped it at the source. Food just becomes food, you know? So that's the whole reason we're doing this. And it may not be food, it could be some other addiction. It really doesn't matter what it is. It's the same basic principle. So in the people room, I've lost my map. I don't know where it went, but anyway, I think the next one that we're going to go to is the past and future. So in that people room, you have to listen to what it's saying and realize that eventually you're going to come to a place where DJ Judge can't torture you over other people anymore, because they'll no longer be the judge and the feedback to whether you're okay or not. Because you'll realize how really crazy that is, because that's unstable, because they can change their minds at any minute, right? And you can't control that. You can't control other people. That you can get really lost in the people room for a very, very, very long time. Now, a lot of this I've told you, that's where you want to put things, when they come up. But the reason you're putting it there is so that you can go back there, and that's where you organize it. You just dump it all in there. Oh, my mind is talking to me about other people again and fussing about how they're behaving and not giving me the acceptance that I want and not telling me I'm okay. And so you throw it in there, but then you want to go back in there and sort it out. Eventually, it's all going to make its way to the trash room, okay? So it's not just we're just shoving it in there and that's done. We're going in there and we're saying, it looks like this is a pattern because DJ Judge likes to torture me by pulling me in this room over and over and over, talking about people and what they think and what they don't think and what I think of them and what, or yeah, like all of that stuff. It's torturing me in there. You're spending a whole lot of time dragged into that people room being tormented. So you can see what those records are, those audios are that DJ Judge likes to torture you with. That's a big one for most people. This is a big, major room. Like most everything is about relationship because we are looking for that I'm okay in the eyes of our relationships. We're looking for that reflection back to us to say, yeah, you're good. You're good. You're doing life right. You're doing it all good. So other people in the world becomes our mirror. And that mirror is like a funhouse mirror. Like it is not true. It's just so distorted. And so you can spend hours and hours and hours trying to make that mirror look the right way. But because it's such a distorted funhouse mirror, it's an impossible task. Okay? So DJ Judge is giving you something impossible. We don't control other people. We can't control what they think, what they do, what they think of us, what they're going to do next. Like, it's uncontrollable. And that's why we can spend so much time in there, because our healthy mind is a problem solver. And when it comes to other people, there's no, you just spin around and around and round and around and around in circles. So it's like a hamster wheel in there. Like if DJ Judge pulls you off, talking about other people constantly, you're just spinning around on a wheel. And what's happening to the rest of your life around you? You're not paying attention to it. You're not present in it. You're not loving people. You're not giving them unconditional love and kindness. You're suffering. You're on this hamster wheel of your mind trying to figure other people out, analyze them, control them, manipulate them. Okay, well, what can I do next? How can I make this better? How can I make them love me? Should I cut my hair? Am I too overweight? Look, should I lose weight? Should I not wear this? Should I not wear that? Okay, well, let me look at a magazine. Okay, what is it? Oh, I don't even know. Like, what is everybody else my age wearing? Like, maybe it's my clothes. Maybe it's so. It's really, really exhausting. I want y'all to realize that. And so many, bless their hearts, of our teenage girls, and all of us went through it too. At that age, you're guessing, okay, well, what will get me that acceptance, and what will make me, everybody to say, okay, you're okay, we accept you. Like, oh, it's really so sad what DJ Judge and this mind has done, and how we don't know, and we're not taught how that we're safe, we're more safe, and we have the unconditional safety when we can relax and be who we are, and allow what I call in another audio I did, I don't remember which one it was, but it's a snowflake moment. When you stop looking outside yourself for all those other people to tell you you're okay, and you just know you're okay. Like, that's what I want all of you to get back to. You're not trying to be okay anymore. You're just okay. No matter what you do, how you look, what you say, what you don't say, you're okay. And when you can get grounded in the knowing, that's what exists outside the mental house, in that fresh air of unconditional love and acceptance. And you know that, and I want all of our teenage girls to know that and get grounded in that and say, you know what, I'm okay. And I don't need a boyfriend to tell me that. I don't need my other friends to tell me that. I don't need the world around me to tell me that. I don't need magazines to show me what fake acceptance looks like. That's conditional acceptance. I don't need that, because I have it. Like, I'm not looking for it. I'm not searching for it. I am it. I'm okay. And I'm not looking for it in the eyes of anything else. You have what I call a snowflake moment, which is like the truest expression of what you are. You may be funny, you may be, I don't know what's going to come out, but what comes out is not DJ Judge coming out to the rest of the world. It is this beautiful expression of what you really are, is the heart interacting into the world through you. And it is beautiful. And people see, you're not looking for other people to see that. You're not like saying, okay, well, I need to, okay, that's how I'm going to get it. That's how I'm going to get the I'm okay from them. No, you're not looking for the I'm okay from them. The heart's just, you're okay. The heart's coming through you, and other people see that. They're inspired by that. They're like, where is she living? Because she's definitely not living in her head, because if she was living in her head, she would have probably been too embarrassed or too scared to do this or that, or afraid of what people might think. And apparently she's free from that. So, wow. Like, wow. And so now other people are starting to say, well, how do I would love a snowflake. Like, I would love to feel that free, to not care what people think. You know, when I first started making these audios, I was in my head about it at first. And if you listen to some of the first presence practice, I would record the audios, but then I would go back and I would edit out every time that I made a swallowing sound or any kind of click with my tongue. You know what I mean? Like all those little bitty, just normal, like that's just, that just happens, you can't really stop that. But I thought, okay, I got to make this as clean and perfect. That's what DJ Judge was telling me. Or people won't listen to it and they won't come back and you won't be okay. That's what really, honestly, when I think back, that's actually the audio I was hearing. And then I got to this point, it's like, you know what? I'm going to be myself, and the people who are ready to hear or are ready to are benefiting from what is coming through, they're not going to be in that space of judging every click and being irritated by every time they hear me swallow, or you know what I mean. And if they are, it just shows. If you are, it's okay. And I want you to notice that if you are, and say, you know what, that's DJ Judge saying that that's not okay, that she should be like this and she should be like that, and it's trying to control, and it's taking you in the people room, and it's talking to you about me and how I should do things better and more professional, or whatever that it's saying. And it can say that, and maybe it has said that to you. And I just want you to, there's no, I'm not offended by that or anything. I just want you to use that as an example to say, well, that's what we do to most everybody. Notice that the next time that you go anywhere and you're interacting with somebody, just how much DJ Judge is saying about that person. Oh, well, they're not very friendly. Oh, they must be having a bad day. It's a constant commentary and judgment. And if we're not aware of it, we'll be like, yeah, so I'm going to alter my behavior now because they're not what DJ Judge says they should be. So I'm not going to give them that unconditional love and that unconditional. I'm not going to speak to them from my heart. I'm not going to be myself around them. All that stuff happens. This is all about the people room. I'm just wanting to give you some examples about what that is like, what those audios sound like. So what you'll do is you'll notice that, and it's like, wow, DJ Judge loves to attack me, also loves to attack other people. And you know what? That's keeping me from being able to be myself, and that's also preventing me from giving other people the space to express themselves. They don't feel safe around me. They don't feel safe to just be themselves and let their guard down. And that's why people have such a wall up. They're so afraid of the minds of other people and what they're going to say and what they're going to do, and they shut people out. And now nobody can connect to one another because nobody feels safe to do that. Nobody feels safe to just say whatever comes to their mind, to just live a life free and unfiltered. I'm telling you, it is super, super, super freeing to be able to be yourself. And I'm so grateful that I'm having more and more and more and more of those moments for the first time in my life. And that is, joy comes up out of that. When you no longer are looking for that acceptance in the eyes of other people on that fake conditioned love and acceptance that is out there in the eyes of others, when you're not looking for that anymore and you just know you're okay, you know you're good, you're not worried about it, you will do and you will say some things that you will hear DJ Judge in the background being like, oh my God, I cannot believe that you just did that. I had one of those moments at the Today Show. Sorry, I ramble, but I'm just going to tell you this story, and then I'm going to talk about past and future really quick. And I was at the Today Show, and I was in the green room, and I just finished the segment, and there was this beautiful family sitting in there waiting on to go the segment after me. And you may have seen it. I missed it because I left, but their dad was a Holocaust survivor, and um, all of them were talking about their message of kindness. So anyway, I come into the green room, and the lady, one of the ladies, or one of the men in the family said, "You did a great job." And I was like, "Oh, thank you so much." And I asked them, I said, "What are you guys here doing?" And she was telling me that I think it was her dad, was a Holocaust survivor. She was the one in like the reddish orange dress. Super sweet lady. And she said that that's what they were here for, and to share, a message of kindness. And I'm like, yeah, I think we're both doing the same thing here. It's like I'm trying to help people find that kindness inside, to be kind to themselves. And then when they're not being tormented, then they can be an actual, true, authentic kind to the rest of the world. And so we were just talking about that, and then they kind of warmed up. And the older guy, I'm sorry I don't know his name, but the Holocaust survivor, he kind of stepped in closer to me and was getting more comfortable around me. And then uh, she was saying how excited he was, like this was on his bucket list. He was checking off to be on the Today Show, like he just couldn't believe it that he was there. And I was like, oh, me too. I said, we can both check that off our bucket list, and just, be content from here on out. Anyway, I was just joking anyway. And then I put my hand up to give him a high five. And I just did, and he laughed and he gave me a high five. And then after I left, DJ Judge just attacked me so bad for that. But you know what? In this moment, I'm realizing it was just a true expression. It's just what comes through when I'm not afraid or embarrassed or holding back or trying to look like what I expect everybody thinks I'm supposed to look like. I'm just a just true expression of me, or heart through me. And you know what? You have a lot more fun that way. Yep, you probably will have those moments, after you do get more free, that DJ Judge will attack you for that. I can't believe, you are acting that way. You were disrespectful and you've embarrassed yourself. Like all those things. Like I heard all those things going on in the people room. And I did. I sat there with it for a minute and thought, okay, I can listen to this, and I can go back into mental house prison, and I can do all the behaviors that DJ Judge says I'm supposed to do to be loved and accepted. And I thought, I don't need that. I don't need that from, I'm not looking, I'm okay. I am accepted. I am loved. What does that mean to me? Nothing. Nothing. So I've maintained my freedom. I'm going to continue to maintain my freedom. And I want all of you to have that same freedom. That's the people room, past and future. Okay, worrywarts of the world, including my mama. This is the future. Well, you can also worry about the past. Like you can worry about things that you did or said or should have done. DJ Judge can tell you should have done this different in the past, or you shouldn't have let that happen, or how could you have let this and that happen? This is all your fault. Like all those messages about anything that is not now is the past. So basically, a lot of what DJ Judge is talking to you about, whether it's in other people, which is always about people, it's either about you or somebody else, unless it's happening right this minute and it's just giving you commentary, but it's in the past. Like so many things are in the past. So you could dwell in the past. When I talk about the past room, I'm more talking about those super, super past experiences that DJ Judge loves to show you the video and audio of to torment you. Like things that, like traumatic things that happened to you in the past. Or, you know what? It doesn't have to even be traumatic for you to be tormented over it. It doesn't have to be something like child abuse or sexual abuse or something like it could just be emotional abuse. It's still abuse. So, no matter what it's talking to you about the past, as soon as you notice it coming up, I want you to say, DJ Judge is trying to pull me off into the room of the past. I can either go and really suffer and get trapped in there, or I can say, you know what? No, I'm not. Now, about that is there's some super strong stuff in there. Now, this is basically level 1, this gaining awareness. Now, there is a level 2 where we can go in and do some things. This is where therapy is important. If you've already got a therapist, continue. Also, I want all of you, if you're working with a mental health provider, I want you to tell them about what you're doing here with me. I want y'all to talk about that and make sure that it's okay with the progress that they have planned out for you. So make sure that you do that. But that's where the deeper work is involved. Now, I want to say this. It's not you being healed from that pain of the past. Okay? True you could at any moment choose to go outside. If you can get strong enough, choose to go outside and know you're okay. Okay? What you're healing is DJ Judge. DJ Judge needs the therapist because DJ Judge is sick and has become sick, just like the whole collective. He's connected to that collective mind and is sick, okay? So when you go into therapy and you're talking about those deeper issues of the past and you gain a new perspective, a new awareness, a new way of looking at it, an aha moment, what happens is you've put in a new understanding where there was once a big lie. Okay? You've inserted some unconditional love, some unconditional acceptance into that place, and it has weakened that record that plays. It's weakened the power that it has over you to keep you trapped in suffering in your mental house. I want you to, if you didn't get that the first time, rewind, go back, listen to that again. It is not you that's sick. DJ Judge has become sick and wants to harp on that past because it is something that can really get that emotional body stirred up and create a lot of suffering. And DJ Judge kind of, I hate to say it, but there's something kind of enjoyable about that, something stimulating, something exciting, something dramatic. It's part of the sickness, okay? You are not sick. DJ Judge is sick, and every time you're going to therapy, you're weakening that voice and you're healing up that mind, okay? You're creating better records for yourself, and you're taking those records that are so powerful to take you into emotional suffering and pain, and you're breaking them. That's all that it is. You're good. You're okay. The next breath away. It's not years and years and years and years of psychotherapy before you can know you're okay. Right now, next second, you're okay. Like that's how quick it is. There's no deep hole to climb out of. You're okay. That can sink deep, deep down into your spirit, and you can just actually know it. Like in any second. The truth. You're okay. Now, that mind that you're listening to, DJ Judge, not okay. The DJ Judge of the world, not okay. Super strong, super dysfunctional, super sick. Every time we weaken it personally, it helps the rest of the world. And that may sound like just the most crazy idea, but it's a collective mind that we're all attached to that's sick. And every time we weaken it just a little bit, even for our personal selves, we are making it weaker for the collective. So I just want you to just consider that. You don't have to believe it. You can just say, oh, I don't believe in that kind of stuff. But whatever. Okay, future. Future is also uncontrollable. All these things that I'm talking about, you can't change them or control them. People room, future room, past room. Can't change it, can't control it, can you? So your problem-solving mind can keep you stuck in these three super dysfunctional rooms all of the time. I don't want you to get stressed out like, oh, I'm not supposed to go in there, I'm not supposed to be in there, I'm not supposed to be in there. No, I just want you to notice if you are there. That's it. There is no resistance. I don't want you ever resisting or fighting in this process. Please remember that, because that just makes it worse. We're not putting our boxing gloves on and fighting with DJ Judge, okay? We're noticing it, relaxing into whatever is happening in there. That's how we open the windows. We relax. Relax your shoulders, relax your body. You'll start to feel that anxiety build because DJ Judge is worked up. Take some breaths. You know how we're opening the window and we're letting that fresh air in? Physically, open your mouth and let it in your physical body as well. Like, do that not only in your mind and let that unconditional love and acceptance, but take a minute, relax when this is happening. Take some deep breaths in, like in a physical world, like actually breathe in unconditional love, unconditional acceptance. Ask to be pulled back outside of this space so that you can know you're okay. You can even say the words to yourself as you're taking these deep breaths. You've noticed you're on shaky floor. You know you got to relax. Relax. I'm okay. Breathe. The truth is I'm okay. The truth is I'm okay. The truth is I'm okay. DJ Judge is telling me I'm not. Telling me everything's just horrible and overwhelming and scary and frightening. And I hear that. I'm not resisting it. I'm just going to relax and go back into the center, into my observation. I'm going to relax, take some breaths, and tell myself the truth is I'm okay. The truth is I don't need what the mind is saying that I need. The truth is I don't have to do what the mind is saying that I must do right now. That's the truth. The truth is I'm okay. So if it's taking you into the future, it's usually worries about, oh, well now what's going to happen? Oh, well, I better figure this out. This is DJ Judge talking to you. You better figure this out. You better figure it out quick. You're going to be in trouble. You got to do something. You're going to lose something. You're not going to get what you need. All the threats, all of those threats. So whether you are pulled into the future, which you can't control, whether you're pulled into the past, and you can't change the future either because it's not even happened. You can't control the past or change it. When you're in the people room, you can't control other people or change them. I want y'all to get that. No matter how much DJ Judge plans and schemes and manipulates and says, you can change this person. That's not your job. The best way that we can create change in anyone else that is in our everyday experience is for them to see the change and the freedom in us. When we have change and freedom in us and we're giving them unconditional love and acceptance, no matter what they do, trust me, they notice. When you're super easy on them, when you don't have overreactions, when you allow them space to be dysfunctional, when you allow them space to do and say all the things DJ Judge makes them do and say, and you don't take that personally, you just can see what's happening to them because you're in a space of unconditional love and acceptance, and you're just watching it and you're relaxing it. You're not putting on your boxing gloves. You're not fighting against it. That space that they feel, because there's no pressure. Remember, when you're living in the mental house, you and everything around you is pressure filled. When you are living in your spirit body, when you're living on the outside of that mental house, your spiritual house, there's no pressure in there, buddy. Like, you are as chill, and people feel that there is space, there is knowing, There is certainty, there's a calmness, there's a confidence, but not like an egoic confidence of cockiness. But there's just a calm, quiet confidence. You're free to be yourself, and you allow everyone else to be okay also. No matter what DJ Judge is doing to them, they're okay too. The truth of them, no matter how they're behaving, is that they're okay. You cannot argue with me on that. I know you probably are. But just like you're okay, no matter what behaviors your DJ Judge is making you exhibit still, I don't care what they are. You're still okay, the truth of you. Same with other people standing in front of you. The truth of them is that they're okay, they just don't know it yet. So they're doing all these behaviors to try to get that love and acceptance or attention or whatever because they don't know how to get it for themselves yet because they don't know the truth that they already are it. They don't know that. Offer people space. If you want to create any change at all, start there. And when they start to see that, they'll feel it in you. Wow. Well, they'll notice the difference. They feel it. They just feel it. It's like, I'm safe here. This person's DJ Judge used to come through and tear me a new one over just about everything I ever had to say to them. But now that DJ Judge is not controlling them and something else is coming through them, wow, I feel safe. I feel so relaxed around you. I feel safe to just say whatever, and I know you're not going to attack me for it or or emotionally manipulate, which is shutting people out. When you guys are like, I'm not going to talk to them anymore. Just forget it. They don't deserve it. Like that's one of DJ Judge's plans, okay? To control other people, to punish them for what they did to you. That's not from your heart, okay? That is a DJ Judge tactic. So when you're no longer doing that anymore, they're like, what is this? That gives them space now. They're looking in a new reflection. They're getting a new response from you. They're getting a response that is so much deeper than anything that they can get out of that fake conditioned world, that fake conditioned love and acceptance world out there where it depends on their behavior. They're getting love no matter what. And that changes the world. That's it for part 3. Y'all have a good day.